was 6 a.m. on a Saturday in August. I forget the exact day. I told her I loved her. We were drunk and she was bored and I was lost, and I meant it. But I heard somewhere with those 3 words you need to pay attention to timing. But I also heard that when you feel the words inside you, you have to let them out or they'll eat away at you. So I had to tell her, because I had wanted to tell her for years. Ever since I first told her my history, and she told me her history, and we felt so alive in that darkened bedroom, and she became my best friend and the only human being I could feel like this with. When she made me feel like my romantic ideals slipped into reality and birth in front of my eyes. So I had to tell her.
I'm in love with you.
I don't think she heard me. I'm not sure if the words escaped my cage mouth. So I tried to tell her again, but then she looked at me and said,
Can't.
and then she walked away, left me standing there alone with only my thoughts by my side. I was surprised she would leave me alone after she knew my history, but I guess she was scared like all the others. And so I was alone on that street. When there wasn't the chaos of humans and sounds, Rosedale can become a very serene place. But I was left with my thoughts, which were pushed out by human chaos, and now that I could hear them, the nightmares began. There's a part of me that didn't want myself to start wandering to that bridge, but it was lost like my soul. With each step I took, I felt like I was getting closer to freedom from these thoughts. I could imagine the highway below like I reached the light. I heard it, and I knew soon I wouldn't hear anything. And I wish I could hear the calming whisper of the dance of wind and leaves and branches, but all I could hear was I can't, and all the other I don't want yous. I could feel the wind on my face, but it didn't remind me that I was alive like it used to. My feet were moving fast now, and it felt like I was running through the viscous air. And the cars were moving so fast, and they were so far below. I wanted to fly. And they say you're supposed to see your life before your eyes, right before you die, but I think that right is denied to those that choose to end their own lives. With my eyes closed, and the sounds of thoughts getting unbearably loud, and the cars chanting at me to jump, I saw and felt making love to death, and it was beautiful. I was in love, and it's all I wanted. Then I felt a hand upon my shoulder jerk me back, and when I opened my eyes, I saw a face staring at me. She was my savior. She led me away from that bridge, and with every step I took, I felt safer. We walked through a park we found, which was like a secret garden where we could escape from Toronto and just be together. We learned about each other's pasts and future. I told her about my thoughts that attack me before I fall asleep, and she told me about the thoughts that attack her in the shower. She told me about hospital beds and callous nurses and feelings of unworthiness that had plagued her adolescence. We talked and talked, and we really told each other who we were. This woman had saved my life, and she would forever be someone I would always care about. An hour ago, she was a stranger, and now she was my best friend and my savior. But I was so scared the same thing would happen again. I had to tell her my cardinal weakness.
I have something to tell you. Because you're becoming like my best friend, and I'm worried that I'm falling for you. I know that sounds weird. It's just whenever someone shows me that they care, I just give away my heart and my soul, and I invest everything that I have, and I push them away. I just don't want this to happen. I just don't want to fuck this up.
And I looked into her eyes, thinking this would be the last time I would see them staring at me with that sunshine through window morning warmth, and soon they would slowly fade away. I was ready for her to run, leave, walking away across the street, gone. But she just smiled and leaned in and kissed me. I constantly would latch on and need validation in order to believe in the value of my own life on this planet. I would vicariously live through others. I would obsessively crave even the smallest amount of attention from others to feed my own will for living. And now, I'm happy to be alive. She helped me find what was buried deep inside me, this passion and love for life that we all have. But it can be clouded and hard to see, and we need the people around us to help us let it shine. We need them to remind us what is inside, what a heart is, and what blood is, and what the heart and blood feel like when you smile. Now that is what I crave. The vibrant energy of my beating heart when I smile and feel warm, my breath running away and coming back home in the clear, cold morning air, my eyes seeing everything around me, and for the first time I could feel the colors. She helped me find that, and I will never forget her or that morning where I almost died and then found out how to truly live. Never.